Usually when I start making art, I'm sort of just observing what's happening inside the world at the moment, or else if I just want to make a memory and just scrapbook, it's as simple as that. I had this idea for making a Facebook, which is just photos of my friends, and it's just cut and pasted into a zine. Really crafty, noonie type stuff. The cool thing about DIY and self-publication is you can kind of just make it whatever you feel like. It doesn't have to mean anything at all. It's just making something for the sake of making something. The way I kind of got into zine making was just kind of being into collecting books. I started noticing that when you own physical stuff, especially books, they remind you of a place and time. So same thing with zines in the way that if you just make something, it's always nice just for it to exist in a physical form and not just a digital copy. Because I think when we start taking photos on our phones, sometimes we just forget and they kind of just backlog in the back of our hard drives. It's an actual copy of things sometimes, and you know, I'm going to look back on this 10 years from now and just remember that time I was kicked out of the US and brought back into Australia just to make zines. Yeah. Zines are kind of like a gateway into the art world for me, especially as skateboarders, where you kind of are forced to do everything yourself, and looking at a blank canvas of 12 pages, it's kind of exciting just to think that you can just make whatever the hell you feel like inside of those and just fill it with, maybe if you write poems, maybe if you take photos, screenshots from movies that you feel like. Yeah, it's exciting, just finding a concept and trying to run with it. Or it doesn't even have to have a concept, it can just be whatever you just find cool. I think it's the accessibility that makes it a bit more exciting, and I think DIY art has the power to challenge the idea that making art isn't actually that hard. These are just photos of my friends that I've just collected over time. And it's going to be nice for it to exist, you know, in a real format.